today's a new day. I think we just got to start again, and there's a big field. I think it's the biggest field South Africa's ever seen in a major tournament. I think everyone's excited. Anything can happen. But yeah, I'm ready, and let's see how it goes.
Different strategy, a lot of good players, the biggest in South Africa, so it's going to be a difficult one. A little bit of a change of strategy, but I hope it works.
What is the atmosphere for you around the tournament at Sun City this weekend?
No, it's great. I've been in, like I said, in a lot of tournaments, and this is the one that the cream of the crop is all here.
Do you decide who plays what tournament and who's going to support on what tournament?
Well, like everything in our marriage, she decides everything and I listen.
No takers, sorry.
Live action at the feature table. Cards out.
This is what I was saying about aggression earlier. He hasn't got a good hand in early position, but he comes in raising. He doesn't allow other players to come in with weak hands. He's controlling the hand. He's showing aggression. There comes a high flop. Oh, well, yes. He's walked into a big one here.
It's lovely in theory. Well, there are no more buy-ins after the next hand, so Greg's probably lucky that he's running into it on this hand.
And the bad news is, because Ryan is so aggressive, it's very unlikely that Greg's going to believe him here.
Well, isn't that the whole advantage of Ryan's play? You just never know what to put him on.
Of course. That's how you get paid. Aggressive players get paid. Oh my God. A monster.
There we go. Look, you started a revolution.
Well, Neresim's picked up ace-king. What more can you ask for? Two aggressive players are raising, re-raising. Ace-king's a fantastic hand, and he pushes it.
And Benny just gets that grin on his face when he's got two decent cards, doesn't he?
Well, the thing is, he's thinking Ryan and Greg might call, and if they do, I've got suited connectors. It's a rebuy period. It's a great gambling hand to quadruple up. It wouldn't be a bad call.
Is your wife here yet?
What do you start, Jeff?
Everybody's in now. Now it's a value pot. This wouldn't happen in a freeze-out, but in rebuy tournaments, this is typical. People are just trying to build chips here.
Rebars! All in! Please. The whole table's all in. Come on! Let's see the cards, please.
This should be very exciting.
If you want action on the TV table, action we've got. Ryan Price sitting with the pocket queens, but there's plenty of good cards over there. Greg just clarifying that he hasn't got very strong cards, but there definitely is 4 players with full chances.
I like Greg's hand, I'll be honest.
You fancy it?
It's always the underdogs.
8-9 on the flop.
Well, you've got to think the way Ryan's form's going that it's going to hold up.
I mean, if it wasn't Ryan with the queens, I'd say Greg's hand's an almost certainty.
But when a man's on fire, almost certainty.
Wow!
There we go.
Well, now you can say the reverse. It's Ryan's hand that is almost a certainty. It was strong to start.
It's finished.
Yeah.
Game over. Fantastic.
Well, that rules it out for everybody except Ryan, who will take down the pot.
That's the end of that.
And last chance. You can see Penny's already counting the cash under the table. He's buying in again. He's loving it here at Sun City. So our chip leader grows from strength to strength, and he rakes in the chips.
Yes! Baby! I think poker is one of those great games. You look at, there's so many different elements you learn every single time you play in a tournament. It's all a psychological game, so knowing what I've done before and then being able to use the exact same thing that I've done before in order to manipulate them to think that I'm doing it again, but I'm actually not. I'm actually trapping them, or vice versa. And now what? I love speaking to someone, listening to what they have to say, how their voice comes across, and I think you can pick up a lot. I love playing with 4-5. I don't know what it is. I just find that although it's a weekend, you tend to take the whole stack off the other person if you hit your cards, because it's one of those hands that no one thinks that you've got. It's when they're scared of you, they don't know what you're doing, it's when you become unpredictable, and it's reasons why certain players are definitely the most feared in this game. So for example, in Nikosopoulos, those kind of guys, if a flop comes and they've raised pre-flop and it goes 3, 4, 7, you think to yourself, could they have had a pair of 3s? Could they have had a pair of 4s? Could they have a pair of 7s? Hold up! The other guys, you're saying they probably got aces or kings or queens. You're not thinking, did they hit trips? You're saying, this guy's just moved on. What could he have? And you give yourself lots of options.
you see a Portuguese, you mustn't turn it on. Stay focused.
One thing you can rely on is Nick to bring the jokes to the table, and that he's doing with the humour.
Darren's got a nice hand here. One of the best starting hands you can have.
I was going to rise, but I can't show you. I don't know how much a drink was.
3,600.
He's raised up, he's sitting here chewing his chewing gum, trying to look calm. Oh, and Slacko's got another big pair, but unfortunately a tad smaller than Darren's.
I mean, is it fair to say that it's just bad luck when you end up with a good pair and there's somebody with an over pair in the same hand?
Here we go. Well, yes, but Slacko's made a good decision. He's decided to flat call, see what happens. And now Dan's got a decision to make. He's got a pair, and he calls. If he hits a set here, he could probably make a lot of money.
So here comes the flop. Well,
Wow.
you talk about if he makes a set.
But unfortunately for him, even though he's made his set, an ace has come, which is probably going to slow down both Darren and Slacko.
I've said it before, I cannot put down fours because it's my birthday, but Dan's going to be glad he didn't put them down. Well, he looks nice and calm.
It's a good check. Giving somebody a chance to catch up. But unfortunately, it just gets worse for him. Another overcard.
The lady.
Darren's probably thinking now, I've got 2 callers pre-flop and 2 overcards. It's quite unlikely the jacks are going to be ahead. But it's still a big hand, you know, it's difficult.
So Dan comes out betting with 6-4. Of course, just to explain to the viewers, the reason why the overcards are bad for Dan is because it's going to slow down the betting.
Yes, that's right.
Well, Dan looks enthusiastic, if nothing else.
Take the glasses off.
You find people generally become a bit chirpier when they have good cards, more enthusiastic, involved?
I was about to say, he seems confident and he's portraying his hand correctly. He's got a big hand, he's got the best hand, and he's portraying absolute confidence, which is the wrong thing that he wants to be portraying. He wants to portray, you know, a bluff or a weak hand, and he's doing the opposite.
But he's got one play, he's got Darren there with the Jeep cap on, he's got him involved.
But unfortunately for him, Darren's got 3rd pair here. It's a beautiful starting hand pre-flop, but now it's almost worthless.
10,000 Darren.
He's smiling at him, he's confident. He's telling him that he's got him beat. Let's see if Darren can come to the right conclusion here.
Sorry? Can you give me a serviette, please? I'm not to blow my nose.
Darren's thinking now that if he had the ace, why didn't he bet the flop? He bet the turn, so maybe he's got the queen, but if he really had the queen, would he have bet the river? And the answer is no, because previously he checked down the ace.
Well, he's done the right thing.
He
He's
came
got
to the
out
right
of the
conclusion.
hand.
Well played.
Possibly Dan not maximising his value in that hand.
I'm 25 years old, been playing poker for about a year. A lot of the guys say start off small, 5% of your bankroll, but if you want to learn, maybe the best way is sometimes take a knock. I mean, I first started, I lost 500 rand and it was the end of the world to me, and then I won the bad beat on pigs and I was ready to go again. So maybe sometimes take the beat early and then come back from it. I'm launching a business, it's getting some income, but poker is my main income at the moment. My playing style. A bit everywhere. Sometimes I can sit tight and be patient, other times I'm loose aggressive. I do Muay Thai, Thai boxing. Keeps me busy 6 days a week. Muay Thai teaches you a lot of discipline, so it does help. Also, I mean, if you're on a bad run, poker, you need to stay disciplined, you stay focused. I think the one thing I don't like is if I get a beat and the guy's called with rubbish cards and he beats me, I get too upset with him, but I actually do want him to call that because in the long run I'll take his money.